loves, welcome back to another video. So today you're going to be watching me do my own nails, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't ever miss out any of my videos. And if you're an OG to my channel, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. So starting off, I will be clipping off my acrylic and then I will be filing it off. And I will be leaving a thin layer of clear acrylic on my natural nail bed. I do not soak off. I tend to do soak offs between 1 month and 1.5 months. That's just my personal preference because I feel like if I do soak offs every 2 weeks, I still have to, file my natural nail bed every 2 weeks, and that would just weaken the natural nail bed. And I personally am all about the natural nail bed growth. That's just my preference. I forgot to mention that I will be recreating Catherine Mcbroom's nails. So they're very elegant, very simple, with a splash of a seashell on the pinky. So I will be showing you the whole entire process. So right here I am just taking my 5-in-1 carbide bit. I am just removing the excess, the bulkiness of the acrylic as much as I can, and then I will be switching off my bits because I do not want to hit my natural nail bit with this coarse carbide bit because it will eat up your nail. And sometimes it happens, but I mean, that's just the learning process, as long as you don't really hurt yourself. So right here I'm just showing you that I am going to shape my nails into that beautiful almond shape. That's just my preference. I feel like this shape works for me the most, opposed to square or a coffin shape. I am using 100 and 180 grit file, and once again I'm just moving my hand around, just making sure that the shape is how I like it, because sometimes once you turn your hand around it might look a little bit crooked. So that's why you always see me moving around my hand, and I apologize if my hand is not on screen. Sometimes it's just kind of difficult to record everything in screen. So right here I'm just showing you the shape and I like how it looks. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my cuticle pusher and push back my epinicium. The cuticle is the dead skin on the actual nail plate. It might look like I'm being a little bit aggressive, but I'm not. I'm just making sure that I push back that skin and expose every dead cell skin on the actual nail. So I'm going to go in with this diamond bit around the cuticle area, and I'm just making sure I'm taking off all that dead skin off the natural nail plate. And you will see me go on top with the diamond bit on the rest of my nail, and it might look a little bit aggressive, but it's not. Don't forget that I do have a thin layer of clear acrylic on the actual nail. At the same time, I am exfoliating around the actual nail on my actual skin, so I don't have to go in and trim around my epinicium and trim some live tissue. So I really like using this diamond bit. I did purchase it off of Amazon. I just don't remember exactly in what kit it came in. So I'm making sure that I take this diamond bit and go a little bit more rough on the actual acrylic that is still on my natural nail. Just making sure that everything is leveled out. There's no bumps or anything else like that, just so I could have a good application of my acrylic. We'll be taking swipe from Young Nails. If you don't have swipe, you could use acetone or alcohol just to cleanse off the nail from any dust, debris, or oil on the natural nail plate. And I just have this, so I'm just using this. So I'm making sure I take off all the dust, even around the cuticle area. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take my gelish dehydrator and probnond. I will be double dehydrating because I already used swipe, so that already dehydrated the natural nail plate. But I am taking my dehydrator from gelish. I just feel like this process has made my gel extensions and acrylics last longer on my natural nail plate. So now I will be taking my probond and I will be doing 2 coats of this bond, and one would be mainly focused on the whole entire nail plate, and then my second coat will be mainly focusing around the actual cuticle area. And I am making sure I do not touch my actual skin with this chemical. Once again, I am very much of an advocate of trying to avoid having chemicals touch your skin. Even that includes monomer, acrylic, gel, anything that it's uncured and chemical that should not be on your skin. And the reason why I say I'm such an advocate about that is because you do not want to get an allergic reaction and not be able to get extensions. So this part is optional. You don't have to do this part. I just felt like I wanted to include it in this video because I am trying something new. And let me tell you guys, this process and including this base gel onto my nail before applying my acrylic, it has helped a lot. I used this actual set for about 3 weeks. I didn't see no lifting, so I really like this process. Would I do it again? Maybe not, because it's just going to take a little bit longer to prep my nail. The base gel that I am using is from Leaf Gel, and this one is the sanding free, so it basically means you don't have to overfile your natural nail bed. You just mainly buff and then apply this base gel. And it does actually work like that. I use it for my gel manis and I love it because, once again, I love taking care of my natural nail beds. So right here, I'm just placing my form, and I will be using Classic Nude from Valentino. I felt like the color kind of matched the nail set that she was wearing. I did not have that color that she has. It's more of a pinkish, but right here, for some reason, it looks a little bit more toned down, but in person, it looked a lot more pink, like in the picture that she was showing of her acrylic set or gel set. I'm not sure which one she was using, but I felt like I came very close to recreating her nail look. So I am using a size number 8 Klinsky brush, and I am using Young Nails monomer. And once again, I placed my first bead close to the free edge, and I just pat it down and shaped to the almond shape that I was going for. Well, going for the picture to recreate the nail look. I placed my second bead and pat it down and then swipe just so it could help me build my little apex. Then my third bead, I am going to be placing it near the cuticle area and just placing it, patting it down. It has a very nice consistency, this acrylic. It's very beautiful color. And as you can see, I'm just dragging it down. And don't worry if your nail is a little bit bulky. You could go in and file it down with your efile or your hand file. It doesn't really matter. I am working with smaller beads, so I realized I was missing a little bit of acrylic on my blind spot. And when I mean my blind spot is sometimes whenever you are doing your own nails, you tend to have blind spots like on your left side of the inner corner of your free edge of your nail. So I'm just placing little tiny beads there just to make sure that I don't get cracks later on once the nail starts wearing down or when I start e-filing it or filing it down. So I like how it looks, and I'm just showing you how it looks. I really like the color. I'm showing you my little tiny apex. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next nail. And before anybody asks, did I remove the tacky layer? No, I did not remove the tacky layer from the base gel. I am just going on top and applying the acrylic onto the nail like that. So I'm just making sure my nail form is placed correct, so then later on the nail doesn't look kind of crooked. So once again, I'm placing my first bead, patting it down, making sure I hit all the corners of the nail, and then start patting it down and dragging it, not sliding it down. And then I am just going to go ahead and start shaping the nail to how I like it. And since in this case we're going to go with an almond shape, and as you can see, I'm just shaping it already into that almond shape. It does help a lot if you shape it nicely beforehand, so you kind of avoid filing a lot. But if you're a beginner, you tend to file and you tend to learn while you're filing your nails, because it does really help you guys. It really does. I think my favorite part of doing nails, it has to be filing the nails and shaping it to that correct proper shape that I want. So my second bead, I'm placing it near the cuticle area, and I am just dragging it down, making sure everything is placed how I want it. And I felt like I was missing a little bit more of that acrylic near the cuticle area, so I'm just going to go ahead and place a little bit more of that acrylic near the cuticle area. I'm not over flooding the cuticle areas, because if we do overflood the cuticle area, guess what's going to happen? We're going to get lifting, and all those hours of sitting down doing our nails is going to be for nothing. And then we're going to go in and redo our nails again. Okay, so I'm just showing you guys the shape of the nails. This is how they look. I really love the way they turn out. I really like the color. So I will be taking this little crystal and I'm just going to put it right down in the center of that pinky of the nail. And I did use some resin from my dipping powder, and I am using Double Dip. I do have a discount code with them, so if you guys want to go ahead and check them out, make sure you guys do. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. So now I'm just using the activator just to kind of set that resin so my little crystal doesn't move, and I am just using a regular little nail crystal, the ones that you find off Amazon. I didn't want to use Swarovski's. That's just my personal preference. So I am going to go in with this thicker gel to create or mimic that seashell effect. So I'm going to go ahead and take this liner, and this one is from Nails by Debs. She does beautiful nail art on Instagram, so yeah. And so the first thing I am going to do is basically draw a line right down the center, and I'm just going to go ahead and flip my hand because I felt like it was easier. So I'm going to focus more of that product near the free edge of the nail, and then kind of thinning it out once I start heading up towards the crystal. And I'm just going to create a couple of lines, like I said, mimicking that seashell. And I do go in and do 2 layers of this gel just so that the seashell kind of stands out even more. You could definitely do that. I would recommend to use a thicker gel. I wish I thought about it at that moment, but I feel like the IBD gel or builder gel would work perfectly well for this nail design. So I'm pretty much focusing on the seashell design, and I'm just making sure everything looks very nice, how I like it. I'm not rushing it. I'm enjoying the process because to me, doing nails is very therapeutic. So right here, as you can see, I am flash curing this nail for 10 seconds because it will leave the top layer very sticky, so I could go in with my mermaid powder or chrome. And I really like this process as well. As you can see, I'm just going to go and take this little sponge and add some of that powder. And I'm just going to rub it in. And as you can see, you're going to start seeing the seashell effect because of that 3D gel or thick layer that we applied to mimic the seashell. As you can see, I'm just applying it, rubbing it, and making sure that I get all the little tiny crevices with that powder so I don't leave anything out in this nail. I really like it. This nail design is very beautiful, very subtle, and very elegant. It's not over the top, but there is that little oomph towards the end. And definitely, I really like this nail design, or the nail design that she was going for. I really like it. So once I've done that, I'm going to go in with my top coat, and I'm not going to apply it super thick because it will empower the seashell effect. So make sure you guys apply it thinly so you don't lose the effect of the seashell. So once again, I'm just applying it very thinly and very precise, making sure I don't get that top coat on my skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and flash cure that before I fully cure all my nails onto the lamp. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and let me know down below in the comment section if I came close to Catherine Mcbroom's nails design. And I'll see you guys until next time. Bye!